Our first fruit tree for the greenhouse. I'm super excited. What did we order? About 12 fruit trees for the greenhouse?
Yeah, they'll probably all be
coming in.
Living in the house for a while.
Yeah, we'll have a house full of trees. It's bigger than I thought they would be. So they come bare root. Ooh. And this one is the Dwarf Alberta Peach, and this is the Dwarf Red Haven Peach. And they're supposed to be good companion plants to help with pollination. Oh, this one looks like it's got a little broken branch on here. That's what they look like. Our first trees, and it's still snowing. Okay, are there any instructions? So what to do if planting must be delayed? The best place to keep dormant bare root nursery stock for a short time is in its original shipping box. Keep the poly liner inside the box closed to retain moisture and add a little water as needed to keep the humidity high inside the liner. Keep the box in a shady, cool area protected from extreme heat and cold. What about instructions to plant it? Like when you actually can plant it. So we're just supposed to put some water in the bag to keep it humid in here. Is the bunkhouse isn't locked, is it?
No.
Okay. Gonna go put the baby in the bunkhouse. I can't believe we have a peach tree in northern Minnesota. Oh, I hope it grows, you guys. All right. Yeah, it's pretty chilly in here. We'll put it in Eric's old bunk. I just can't forget that it's in here, covered up here. Because we aren't heating the bunkhouse anymore since nobody's sleeping in here anymore. So it's really well insulated in here, but it's probably getting down to in the 50s in here, which hopefully that's what they meant by cool and dark. There are the peach trees. I can't wait to get them in the greenhouse. So exciting. But not today. As you can see, it is still snowing, April 20th. Today, Joel and I are going to attempt to start on one of the end walls on the greenhouse.
Attempt.
There's 3 of them that go in here.
Gotta get motivated.
The east and west side, and then there's also one in the middle because there's what we call a cold room in here. It's kind of the airlock. So when you open the door on the east side, not all the cold air rushes into the greenhouse.
Gotta start laying these out. See how many we need on the side. I think we need 5 of them.
5 on each side?
Yeah.
Okay.
And figure out where exactly we're putting this window.
That'll allow ventilation through the whole thing, even though there's that middle wall, that cold room.
And hopefully bees.
Yeah, and pollinators to come in, right? It's not very warm out here today.
So
For
30 and breezy.
What's the date today? April 24th?
Overcast.
Yeah, it's like 30. And even though we live in northern Minnesota, this isn't the norm. I know everybody thinks, well, you live in Minnesota, there's snow there 12 months out of the year. But nope, it should be warmer than this. So we're just gonna pretend it's warm.
Yeah.
And get started.
We have to cement these posts in. So we have some holes to dig after we figure out exactly where these studs need to go.
Do we think that's not frozen anymore?
No, it's not frozen.
Okay. Do we have to use the auger for that?
No, I think we can just dig by hand.
So we're gonna dig some more holes. I think we've counted, we've already cemented in, was it 47 posts? Including
something like that.
all the retaining wall posts, and then all of the posts under the greenhouse or under the roof. So these little things, those all have cement. So 47, and now we're gonna have to do how many more?
10 more probably.
10?
Well, with this, maybe even more than that. It's not much digging. We're already, it'll be fine.
Drilling, I don't go in as easy.
Pretty exciting putting up the walls, huh?
Yeah, it's nice to be making progress again. Did you find a rock already?
It's a little one.
Two down, or two up. I think our first snow was Halloween.
It was.
I remember we were looking for the winter box of clothes, and
Because we were going trick-or-treating.
yeah, we were going trick-or-treating in Duluth, and it was snowing. December, January, February, March, April. It has been snowing for 6 months.
We think having the window up high is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Just gonna come to about here. Either way, we can put it here. We got the studs up, all secured, ready to go for the steel. So it went pretty good. No major issues. So next, would be the steel siding and the window, and then we can move to the east side wall, but finish the stairs first. We need to cement all these in, so we need to build some small forms. I was been stealing dirt from over here. once we get all the way up to this top here with the stairs, we'll have to build a wall on this side, well, with a couple 2x4s and some tin, so we can put soil on this side of it. So right, all of this will be filled with dirt.
Perfect, hon.
Yeah, thanks. We put these pieces of angle iron on here, so these screws are now creating a little bit of a gap here, so we'll have to fill that in with spray foam, I guess.
Okay, now go all the way up. Slide it down. There. There we go. Does it work? Sweet! So here's a little mini garden tour. These are all the peppers. They weren't looking so good. And these are all the tomatoes. And they were not looking good at all. A little broccoli. But I, about a week ago, gave them some fertilizer specific to tomato fertilizer, and everything has greened up now because everything got really yellow, and all I was seeing were the first leaves, like these first leaves, the two big ones here, were just really yellow on everything, and I didn't have any true leaves on anything. But now you can see I'm getting true leaves on almost everything in here, but like they were really looking shabby. Like they were all looking kind of like this guy. Here's some onions. I put celery over here just maybe, I don't know, a week ago, and they've popped up now. I've never grown celery. This is some rosemary that has done nothing yet. These are all cauliflower, some acorn squash that I could probably pot up. And here's some Minnesota cantaloupe. Or I'm sorry, the midget cantaloupe. That right there. And down here, I have some paste tomatoes that I started later. And these were also getting very yellow. And I don't have any true leaves yet that I can see. But they did green up now. Some lettuces in here. Some more broccoli, and a few different kinds of basil. Oh, and a cilantro over there. The basil really hasn't done much. You guys have any experience with basil? I've heard they don't like it doesn't like to have its roots wet. The other thing I've started doing is I like this bottom watering, especially when you're germinating the seeds because it keeps it real humid in there. But I've started bottom watering and then I dump out the water in there after it's been in there for half the day, whatever's left, because I figure it's soaked up as much as it's going to. So I think maybe why I was getting all of the yellowing was there was a nitrogen deficiency, so I needed the fertilizer, but also I think maybe everything was too wet. So everything seems to be looking a little better now.